We're going to talk to Ann Widdercombe now, because not about politics, but because another politician, actually, Matt Hancock, has been taken to task over his lockdown affair. This is on Celebrity SAS, Who Dares Wins. SAS veterans interrogated Matt Hancock over his lockdown affair because the nation wanted to understand his decision-making, the former soldiers have said, behind it. The blindfolded former health secretary is bundled into a cell and aggressively questioned over the 2021 scandal that triggered the end of his political career. Muscle-bound Special Forces operators can be seen shouting over him, swearing at him, accusing him of weak leadership. Much greater interrogation than, I suppose, even me, or indeed even Julia Hartley-Brewer. Ann Widdercombe is with us now. Ann, you're very welcome to the station. Thanks for talking to us. You're, of course, a veteran yourself, not of the SAS, but although you'd have done very well in that as well, I'm sure, but also not just politics, but of course Strictly Come Dancing and reality TV in general. Was this a wise decision for Matt Hancock to do Celebrity SAS, Who Dares Wins, do you think?
I think given that he is giving up his seat, he's obviously looking to make a new career. It would appear that he's decided to try and do that in reality television. He wasn't unsuccessful in the jungle. So I suppose from that point of view, it's a good idea. But I certainly took the line that all the time I was a serving MP, I wouldn't do reality shows. I turned down Strictly Come Dancing 5 years running. I just wouldn't do it while I was still an MP because of the time involved and because of the lack of dignity involved and all the rest of it. It's
not particularly dignified, is it, to be shouted at by former SAS people about having an affair during lockdown? I mean, do you think that's just done simply for viewers, for ratings? I mean, was that fair to Matt Hancock?
Well, I mean, it was perfectly fair to put him through an interrogation experience, and given that he's got something that's actually active and real and that everybody knows about anyway, it was perhaps quite inevitable that that was what they would choose to go on. But yes, of course, they're chasing ratings. Of course, they want to make the most of his situation. I mean, that's quite inevitable, and I can't believe that he would have expected otherwise. He's not a stupid man.
How do you think he came across in the jungle? Because this, I think, Celebrity SAS Who Dares Wins was actually recorded perhaps before he went into the jungle. I think I remember reading that they were apparently quite annoyed that he'd gone into I'm a Celebrity because that was coming out before Celebrity SAS Who Dares Wins. I wonder what you make of how his conduct in the jungle. Personally, I thought there were people who were very unfair to him at the start. I mean, Boy George the whole way through, but others seemed to warm to him towards the end. Do you think they'll do the same in Celebrity SAS Who Dares Wins?
Well, that's up to him and how much he can get his colleagues to warm towards him. I mean, the SAS is a tough business. I thought he did quite well in the jungle. I mean, he went in with every last disadvantage. He was always going to be the one chosen to have the worst possible tasks, and nobody liked him. And so I think he, in those circumstances, he did quite well. I don't know how he'll make out in the SAS, but he's obviously game for anything.
How much reality is there in reality television, Ann Widdercombe? How much of it is constructed from your perspective in terms of what you were through, and how much of it is genuine?
With the little reality shows, it's nearly always genuine. Things like Sugar Free Farm and Living as a Victorian. With the big flagship reality shows, I've never done the jungle and I never will. Can't eat those things. But certainly Strictly Come Dancing, what you saw was what you got. It was very straightforward. Big Brother, again, is straightforward. You throw a whole lot of disparate people together and see what happens. Did they try and manipulate anything? I suppose they tried to make some of the tasks make you look a bit daft, but that was all.
Yeah, it's interesting actually. At one point, the ex-commandos apparently barely disguised their mirth after pushing the former Conservative Cabinet Minister Matt Hancock into a swollen river. At another, they loudly ordered to stop running like an effing ostrich. I mean, it is a lot of these things are quite tough, aren't they? And what's the toughest task or the toughest thing you faced in your reality TV experiences?
Oh, well, I mean, when I was doing Strictly Come Dancing, I mean, first of all, I couldn't dance. Secondly, I was tone deaf, so I couldn't actually hear the beats that I was supposed to be dancing to. And so all that was hard. Some of the moves were quite tough on my aging muscles.
I remember watching you in what I think was called Celebrity Fit Club. I think it was called Fat
Yes.
Club for other people, but when they had celebrities in it, it was called Celebrity Fit Club. And you said, someone said that you had been asked to write a diet book afterwards, because you did lose a lot of weight, Anne, and you said it would be 2 words: eat less.
I said it would be 2 pages. First page, eat less. Second page, exercise more.
Okay. Anne, thank you very much indeed, Ann Widdercombe there.